This is a pepper plant that survived from last year. It could be doing better, but I've got some good peppers off it. These are tomato plants that I started from seed, but I did not buy the seed. When I cut tomatoes, what I did was the liquid that comes out when you cut them, I took that and I sopped it up with paper towels and dried it up for seeds. And then this year I put the seeds in little planter starters, and it worked out well. And here's another tomato plant I started. Here's one that's not doing too well. I don't understand why. There's another tomato plant. It's a pepper plant. This is a tomato plant from last year that never died. I've already got about 10 tomatoes from that. These are my cactus plants. This is another tomato plant that never died. It's doing very well. This is the grandpa of all the cactus plants. It just flowered. You can see the flowers there. And, well, there's a tomato plant here. And I have a lemon tree. Let's see if we got any lemon on it. The blackbirds try to get every little fruit as it comes. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Here's another one. And there are more. They're turning yellow. And I've got some roses, and this is the other side of my house. I thought you might like to take a look. And as far as mobile, well, they're not mobile homes, they're manufactured. These will never be mobile. But we do pay car tax on them rather than real estate tax. And that's good. We've got a pretty big yard. And this is the side of the house. I had this here shed doubled in size from 8 to 16 feet. And that's my car out the front. Let me sit down for a minute. This is a perfect place to sit in the fall or the spring before it gets too hot. I mean, you never get direct sun except at night. The direct sun at night, the sun sets over in that direction. So it casts its light down here, and the whole carport is filled up with sunlight at about 6 o'clock, and we're coming up on the longest day of the year, so, but it's good. I can get out and drive later. My eyesight is not that great, so it's difficult. I don't like to drive at night. Florida streets and highways are not very well lit. Not what I'm used to in Rhode Island, where you can see street signs. So unless you know where you're going, it's difficult at night. Difficult for me, at least, to see the street signs. My neighbors on either side of me have gone back to Illinois and Michigan, so it's quiet. About the only noise that you hear around here is the guys that come every week or 2 weeks to do the lawns. I have an electric mower in the shed, that has a 1 hour battery, and it's enough for me to get everything here done. And it makes very little noise. You don't have the pistons like you have on a gas mower. It's called Ego, E-G-O. And they make plenty of other things to go along with lawn care, leaf blowers, trimmers. Excellent. I haven't had a problem, and I had them for 2 years. And the battery power is enough to get everything done. And I don't like having gas in this heat, and in this, we're entering the thunder season, and I don't like to have, you forget a can of gas out and it gets hit by lightning. Boom. That's it. So that's a tour of my yard. I'll put another video up later today with some hints about how to garden for almost free. And I've done that this year, and I'm proud of myself. And the thing is, when you take the tomato seeds from tomatoes or peppers, and you pick the largest one to do it, you can keep getting larger crops every year. You don't know what you're getting when you go to Walmart. One year when I lived in Rhode Island, you only have a very short growing season, so if you make a mistake, you're kind of screwed for the rest of the summer. I got a pack of what I thought were beefsteak tomatoes. Now, these weren't seeds. These were plants that had a pretty good growth on them. You just had to plop them in the ground. I usually did that after Memorial Day. Well, what happened was they mislabeled them. So come July, I had a bunch of cherry tomatoes, which is very disappointing because you don't have enough time to redo your crop. And it's hard to make a sandwich out of cherry tomatoes. So it's a beautiful day. I hope everyone's doing well. Tell your friends about this site if they're interested, and I thank you very much.